In the year 1947, a significant turning point was on the horizon for the Indian subcontinent. The land, rich in culture and history, had endured the weight of British colonial rule for nearly 2 centuries. But the winds of change were blowing, and the people of India, their hearts filled with the desire for freedom, were ready to seize control of their destiny. Under the shadow of colonial rule, the Indian populace had experienced a wide array of trials and tribulations. Yet these experiences had only served to strengthen their resolve. The fervor for independence was palpable, coursing like a powerful current through the veins of the nation. Leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru became the guiding lights, igniting the spark of hope and leading the charge towards a free India. However, as is often the case in the complex tapestry of history, the path to freedom was fraught with challenges. The desire for self-rule, while unifying in its essence, had also unearthed deep-seated divisions within the populace. The dream of one united India was beginning to fracture under the weight of religious and cultural differences. The impending cost of independence was becoming increasingly clear: the partition of the subcontinent. The idea of dividing the land that they loved was a bitter pill to swallow for many. Yet, it was seen by some as a necessary sacrifice, a price to pay for the cherished goal of self-governance. As the year unfolded, the Indian subcontinent stood on the precipice of monumental change. The dream of independence was within reach, yet it came with an unforeseen price: division. This was the beginning of a journey that would alter the course of history, leaving an indelible mark on the lives of millions and shaping the destiny of 2 nations, India and Pakistan. As the clock ticked towards British withdrawal, the last Viceroy of India, Lord Mountbatten, had a plan. With the pressure of time and the rising tension, Mountbatten made a bold move. He proposed a plan that would forever change the face of the Indian subcontinent. Mountbatten, a seasoned naval officer and statesman, was well aware of the task at hand. He knew the deep-rooted tensions between the Hindu and Muslim communities and recognized the potential for conflict. To avoid a civil war, he proposed a solution: partition. Mountbatten's plan was simple, yet profound. He envisioned the creation of 2 separate dominions. One would be India, a secular state with a Hindu majority. The other would be Pakistan, a nation primarily for Muslims. The proposal was not without its critics. Many leaders, including Mahatma Gandhi, were against the division, fearing it would lead to violence and disunity. Yet, the urgency of the situation and the growing communal tensions made it clear that a compromise was needed. Mountbatten's vision was not just about dividing the land. It was about creating a framework for peaceful coexistence. The 2 dominions were to be independent, yet united in their commitment to peace and mutual respect. The plan also included provisions for the protection of minority rights and the smooth transition of power. Mountbatten hoped that by addressing these issues, he could mitigate the potential for conflict and ensure a peaceful transition to independence. Of course, the plan was not perfect. It was a solution born out of necessity, a response to a complex and challenging situation. But it was a plan that gave hope. It offered a path to independence, a chance for self-governance, and the promise of a new beginning. As the British Empire prepared to relinquish its hold on the Indian subcontinent, Mountbatten's plan offered a roadmap for the future. It was a plan that would shape the destiny of millions and set the course for a new era in the history of India and Pakistan. Mountbatten's plan set the stage for a new chapter in the subcontinent's history. This was a chapter of independence, of new beginnings, and of hope for a peaceful coexistence. It was a chapter that would forever change the face of South Asia. On the 15th day of August 1947, India and Pakistan emerged as independent nations. A day of joy and celebration for many, a day marking the end of colonial rule and the dawn of self-governance. But the jubilation was short-lived, the euphoria quickly turning to horror and dismay. For with freedom came a wave of violence and bloodshed that swept across the newly drawn borders, a wave that left in its wake a trail of devastation and despair. Communities, families, friends that had lived side by side for centuries, sharing cultures, traditions, festivals, suddenly found themselves on opposite sides of a brutal divide. The partition had unleashed a storm of religious and ethnic strife. Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, and others were now being defined not by their shared history or their common humanity, but by their religious identities. A frenzy of fear and hatred had engulfed the land, turning neighbors against each other, transforming peaceful villages into battlegrounds. The violence was accompanied by one of the largest mass migrations in human history. Millions of people, driven by fear and uncertainty, uprooted from their ancestral homes, forced to undertake perilous journeys to what they hoped would be safer shores. The roads and train tracks were filled with endless streams of refugees, each carrying with them nothing but the hope of survival and the memories of a life left behind. The divide was not just a physical one, marked by a line on the map. It was a chasm that had ripped through the very soul of the subcontinent, a wound that had cut deep into the fabric of its society. It was a divide that had shattered the illusion of unity, exposing the fault lines that lay beneath. With freedom came an unexpected pain, a division that left an indelible mark on the region. A painful reminder of the cost of independence, the price paid for freedom, the tragic fallout of a decision made in haste. The divide was not just a historical event, but a human tragedy, a tale of loss and suffering that continues to echo in the hearts and minds of the people. The repercussions of the partition are still palpable today, influencing the geopolitics of South Asia and impacting millions of lives. The division of the Indian subcontinent into two nations, India and Pakistan, left an indelible mark on the region. It didn't just redraw the map, it also left a profound imprint on the collective psyche of the people. The legacy of the partition is complex and multifaceted. On one hand, it led to the birth of two sovereign nations with distinct identities. On the other hand, it resulted in one of the largest and most painful mass migrations in human history, as millions of people were uprooted from their homes and forced to cross the newly drawn borders. Even today, the partition continues to shape the lives of the people and the political landscape of the region. The India-Pakistan border, also known as the Line of Control, remains one of the most militarized zones in the world. The ongoing disputes over territories like Kashmir reflect the unresolved issues stemming from the partition. However, despite the lingering tensions and unresolved conflicts, there is also a relentless pursuit of peace and reconciliation. Across the border, people share not just a common history, but also a common culture, language, and traditions. There are instances of cross-border collaborations in arts, sports, and literature that symbolize the shared heritage and the potential for harmony. Moreover, the spirit of resilience among the people is truly inspiring. The wounds of partition run deep, but so does the determination to heal and move forward. The stories of survival, resilience, and hope that emerged from the tumultuous times of partition continue to inspire generations. In conclusion, the legacy of the partition is a tale of division and discord, but it's also a story of resilience and a constant strive for reconciliation. Despite the scars, the region continues to strive for harmony, a testament to human resilience. The partition of India is a poignant chapter in the annals of history, a stark reminder of nation-building complexities and the significance of dialogue in conflict resolution. This event, which remains seared in the collective memory of millions, is a testament to the power of human spirit in the face of adversity. The partition story is one of triumph and tragedy, of independence and division. The birth of two nations, India and Pakistan, was marred by violence, displacement, and the loss of countless lives. Yet amidst the chaos, there were also stories of resilience, hope, and unity. As we delve into the past, we are reminded of the courage and determination of those who fought for freedom and braved the tumultuous journey of partition. Their sacrifices, their struggles, and their stories of survival continue to resonate today, echoing the resilience of the human spirit. We are also reminded of the power of dialogue and diplomacy in resolving conflicts, and the importance of understanding and empathy in bridging divides. The partition of India underscores the need for peaceful coexistence and mutual respect among diverse communities, a lesson that holds relevance even today. Looking back, we see the scars of partition etched deep into the history of the Indian subcontinent. Yet we also see the strength and resolve of the people, their undying spirit of resilience, and their unwavering hope for a better tomorrow. As we remember the past, let us also look towards a future where peace and harmony can overcome division and discord. A future where differences are celebrated rather than feared, where dialogue replaces division, and where peace is more than just a dream. In conclusion, the partition of India serves as a potent reminder of our shared history, a call to embrace diversity and a beacon of hope for a peaceful and harmonious future. As we remember the past, we also envision a future where harmony triumphs over division, a future where peace is more than just a dream.